बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन जय जमुना तीरा वनचारी जय जमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hari Bol.
हरि बोल
Very nice.
Excellent.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Lalita Garu,
Hare
Mataji.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Neemaji. Hare Krishna. Very nice singing, Didi. You've improved
you.
so much. You've been able to
Thank
sing
you.
now. That's great.
But the
Very
tune
nice.
is gone off little bit, but at
It's
least I didn't forget the
Yes, the lyrics are good.
yeah, it's good. It's
Everything
good.
is-
Very good. Yes, that's how we will learn. When we keep singing, then only we'll get more better tunes also. But this tune wasn't bad actually.
Yeah.
As long as it sounds good only. It was good. Very good.
Okay.
Hare
All
Krishna.
thanks to Krishna, thanks to Guru,
Yes.
and thanks to
Yes.
the group who are so
Yes.
motivational. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Hare
Hare
Krishna. So
Shall
today,
we
very
start?
nice, important. We are starting Bhakti Yoga from today onwards.
Oh, great.
Nice. So we'll all mute ourselves and let's hear Prabhu talk.
We'll start with Mangalacharan. You can see the screen, right?
Yes.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Namavom Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam sajivam sadvaitam savadutam parijana sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanvitam Scha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dhinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rushabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya cha Krupa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. First of all, welcome to everyone. Those who are here, Suchi, and I think a little shortly Shashirani is here, and those who are online, and somebody who may be on YouTube. Andarki Swagatam.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hey Krishna.
You all can see the screen, right? You want to
Yes.
take the 7th chapter. So this is 7th chapter, knowledge of the absolute, or in other words, Bhakti Yoga. From chapter 7 to text chapter 12, all these chapters are Bhakti Yoga. So just like when a sandwich is made, the real part is kept in the middle, not on the two sides. So like that, Vyasadeva, while compiling, he has compiled in such a way so that we understand, and all the bhakti is kept in the middle. That's the real cream and the cheese or whatever you call it, the rich part of the sandwich. So the bhakti is kept right in the middle from chapter 7 to chapter 12. So before that, we were all reading and understanding about different types of yoga system. Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Sankhya Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, and now it is Bhakti Yoga. So, just to recap a little bit, actually everything is Bhakti Yoga only. But when Bhakti is not completely pure, or when Bhakti is contaminated with something else, then it is called with a particular yoga system name. Just like when there is, in the beginning, like if you say the stages of graduation of a student, let's say first the person is a materialist. He is also called a karmi. Karmi means what? Whatever work is there, whatever is around me, I want everything for myself. He is called a materialist. That is called a karmi. So the recommendation is, okay, at least try to share some of what you got to others. So that is called charity. So you are given training, at least try to be detached from the fruit of what you're getting. Try to learn that. So you're still motivated. You are thinking everything belongs to me. I want the fruit of the work. So when you add a little jnana to that, meaning you connect the fruits, instead of giving the fruits to somebody, you try to understand it is meant for God. Say thank you. Krishna introduced the concept of saying thank you and all that in the 3rd chapter. So Karma Yoga, when somebody is very motivated, they are training, okay, be detached. And they are saying, if you are expert Karma Yogi, then you are free from the results of the fruit. That is not yours. So only that much. And then you understand everything belongs to God and you have to give everything to God. But you are still attached in so many ways to the result. So you are trying to get detachment a little bit. So then graduation of that is jnana. So you get more jnana. So then that is jnana yoga. Then you become more graduated. Then you practice Ashtanga yoga, where you withdraw your senses. Then you know that you are separate from your body and separate from your mind. So you are able to control your senses, you are able to control your mind. Then you are able to focus on the Lord in the super soul, in your Paramatma. So these are the graduation stages. And then finally you are coming to Bhakti Yoga. So in this Bhakti Yoga, Krishna is saying, it's very simple. The process is really very, very simple. How Bhakti Yoga begins? Simply by hearing. Tat Shrunu. Let's see here. Very first sloka, Krishna is saying. Sri Bhagavanu Vacha Maya Saktam Manapartha Yogam Yunjan Madasrayaha Asamsayam Samagram Mam Yata Jnasyasi Tachrunu. So, how do you understand about me? Yata Jnasyasi Tachrunu. Simply by hearing about me, you will know everything about me. That's all. It's very simple process. That's understandable. Even material world, this knowledge also you get like that. Just keep hearing. But there is a difference here. The difference is Krishna and his names and his instructions are non-different. They are transcendental. So their transcendental means beyond the material realm. And Krishna's sound is absolute. So it's difficult to understand what is transcendental because we are always inside a box. So we understand everything within this box only. Like for example, there is a lot of science, a lot of philosophers. They're trying to understand what this concept is. That we are saying we are not the body, but we are a soul. But what you can see is only the body. You can mute yourself. Okay, just like here, see, everybody can see this image in the Zoom, right? But really what you are seeing, some color in the computer and some sound that is also relayed through the computer. But really what it is simply pixels, some pixels on the screen. On your screen, you can see some pixel, but you are immediately interpreting, you are not seeing that as pixel. You are seeing that me as a person, and you can understand this person is talking. You're not even 1 second, you're not thinking, I'm actually looking at the dots on the screen. This is white color, this is blue color. You're not seeing like that. What are you seeing? You're seeing me, my face. You're seeing all the people who displayed their camera. You're seeing their faces. You're not seeing one bit also that this is color, computer color, right? You have no doubt. So, when you get full knowledge, then what will happen is, when you're seeing your body also, you will see that this is simply made of the 5 elements, Panchabhuta. Hare Krishna. Bhumirapo nalo vayu kammano buddhirevacha ahankara iti yamme bhinna prakriti dashtada. You see, Krishna is telling here. How are we all made of? Bhumirapo nalo vayur kammano buddhirevacha. So this is like the same pixel, some light, text number 4. Earth, water, air, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. Only these things are constituting the material energy. So this body is simply made of material energy. So Krishna is telling, but immediately he's saying, see the next sloka 5. Apareyam itastvanyam prakritim viddhi me param jiva bhutam mahabaho yayedham dharyate jagat. But beyond this, there is a superior energy of mind. See, it is superior energy of mind, which is spiritual energy, which comprises the living entities, means us, the jiva, who are exploiting the resource of this material inferior nature. You see, we are not part of this material world. We are not made of this matter. So just like if you think, if you are on the computer continuously 24 hours and you are seeing and interacting with each other, like nowadays everybody is into video games. People are playing video games. My son plays, I don't know, 4 hours, 6 hours continuously can play also. Sometimes they don't even sleep. So there is a gaming culture. Everybody is into that. So to make it even more realistic, they wear these glasses, VR glasses, and go inside the game and then actually feel that they're playing, that they're blasting gun and all that. They're experiencing all that inside the screen, right? So much is happening. But we are trying to exploit, just like how in the video game, they're trying to enjoy everything in the screen, computer screen only. There are so many things happening there. But everything is happening what is not us. We are different from that. I hope you are able to get where I'm going with this. The same way, this material body, we are interacting with the matter continuously. Only when you come out of it, then you can see that, oh, beyond this computer game, there is also real life. Like that, Krishna is trying to point us to a different direction. You are not this body. You are separate from this, and you are simply using this matter to understand or exploiting and trying to think that there is happiness here. Just like the child is playing the computer video game continuously and is thinking that is so, if he loses the game, he's so sad. How sad he becomes. Until he wins, he will go on playing. Like that, we also, what we are thinking, we have to be successful. We have to make that money. We have to build whatever in this game of life. We are thinking these are points. If I make big house, I won. If I bought this thing, I won the game. But what is the value of the game? As much as a game is even if you win or lose, it doesn't really matter, right? It's just a game. Like that, Krishna is also explaining how this life itself is like a game. That is why success or failure, it should not matter for you. But when will it not matter for you? Only if you understand how the construct is made, how we are different from this game. We are a player. We are not inside. We are not the game. We are outside the game. Just like a player. So many players are there, like that. So, this is where the Jnana Yoga or Sankhya Yoga goes very detailed manner, how to split up and try to understand in a philosophical manner so many things to understand. But Bhakti Yoga process is very different. Actually, strictly speaking, to become a Bhakti Yoga, to enter into Bhakti Yoga, you have to pass all the previous yoga systems. Otherwise, you cannot enter into Bhakti Yoga. But Bhakti Yoga is so great, even if you just without graduating, you enter into Bhakti Yoga. And the process of Bhakti is so great that whatever you did not understand before, automatically those things will come to you. That is the beauty of Bhakti. So it's like a cyclic process. First of all, you cannot get to Bhakti if you don't understand Jnana, if you are not free from karma, if you are not free from all the other yoga systems. Unless you have learned it, you cannot come to Bhakti. But Bhakti itself can give you all those things. You will automatically become detached. Jnana Vairagya will come automatically. The process itself is so great. And what is the process? Tachrunu, simply by hearing. But there is one caveat here. Hear from whom? Hear only from a pure devotee of Krishna, who is non-envious, who is controlled all his senses. He is a Goswami, who is controlled in all his senses. He is free from all types of material enjoyment, and his goal is only to serve Krishna. Such a person, if you find, and if you hear from him, then this transformation will come to you. This is the secret. So this Bhakti Yoga is also considered Guhyatamam, means secret knowledge. It's like an open secret. And sometimes people might ask, well, how is it secret? Secret means everybody, you can just download Bhagavad Gita, online it is there, you can buy a Bhagavad Gita, $10 you can buy a Bhagavad Gita. What is secret about it? Everybody has a Bhagavad Gita. It is secret just because in every corner you find a ATM machine. But unless you have the secret pin code, 4-digit pin code, you cannot withdraw any money. So it's open secret. Like that, Bhakti Yoga, you might learn to recite also. But the first key is right here. The first key is you have to hear only from a pure devotee of Krishna. Why? Because he will recite the same Bhagavad Gita. He will give you the truths of Bhagavad Gita without any interpretation. That is the first secret. And if you hear, then it's like a grand experiment. You know, like the standard experiment, everybody knows H2 plus O is H2O, water. So how do you get water? If you add 2 atoms of hydrogen with 1 atom of oxygen, you get water. So it's a standard experiment. Everybody knows this. Like that, there is a classic example or experiment of Bhakti Yoga. And that experiment of Bhakti Yoga, even though Krishna is speaking here in the Bhagavad Gita, in the first chapter, very first line, very first sloka, this is elaborately explained in Bhagavatam as the experiment, which experiment of hearing. What happens if you hear from a proper source? Srinvatam swakata Krishna punya sravana kirtanaha. Because Krishna Katha is automatically punya karma. There is no greater punya than hearing Krishna Katha. So Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam. These are all Navavidha Bhakti, but of which Sravanam itself is a beginning, and that itself is like a zip file. You know, when you download a zip file, then you'll find inside more knowledge is there. So like that, inside Bhakti Yoga, there is Karma Yoga, there is Jnana Yoga, there is Ashtanga Yoga. All those files are already there inside. So when you click Bhakti Yoga, automatically those files will start downloading inside. And how does that happen? By Sravanam. So what is the immediate next thing happens? Because everybody is so disturbed initially in the mind. So you get relief, material relief. Just like somebody who is very, very hungry person. When you give him food, what happens? First thing, he'll get relief. His hunger is gone because he's eating food. Then other things also happen. Just like that, bhakti, when you're practicing, then what happens? Jnana and vairagya start manifesting inside you. So here it says, Nashta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. How you should do? Nityam bhagavata sevaya. Just like how doctor tells, every day you take this medicine. But along with that, there is a diet also. Medicine and diet, both you should take properly. Like that, here Bhagavatam is telling, this is a medicine. Hearing about Krishna, medicine every day. How you should take daily dosage. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke. Then what will happen to you? Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. That bhakti inside your heart will blossom. And how do you see these symptoms? Tadarajas bhava kama lobhadayaschaye chetayete rana viddham sthitam sattve prashidati. So how do you perceive that? Because your rajoguna and tamoguna will slowly subside. And kama lobhadayaschaye, this kama is like the enemy which is pushing all of us. They'll slowly will vanish. It'll disappear. It'll run away from you. Chetayete ranavidham sthitam sattve prasidati. Automatically it will put you in satoguna. And all this is happening how? Simply by hearing. All this is simply happening by hearing. That's all. See, generally what we heard in the last Ashtanga Yoga, a yogi has to go to the forest, he has to sit in a particular way, he has to sit on a deer skin, so many things we heard. He has to hold his nose, not stop breathing, start gazing on his tip of the nose, so many things yogi has to do. But here, a bhakti yogi, what is he doing? Tachrunu, simply hear, simply hear. It looks like very, very simple instruction. Oh, so simple. How can spiritual life be so simple? It has to be more complicated. That's what we think. Yes, initially we don't tell more. We tell people, oh yes, chant Hare Krishna. That's all. So when we tell it like that, somebody might think, oh, these people don't know much. These people don't know much. They just say, for everything they say, just chant Hare Krishna. Please mute yourself. Yeah, thank you. So, all these transformation automatically happens. And the next transformation, evam prasanna manaso bhagavad bhakti yogataha bhagavad tattva vijnanam mukta sangasya jayate. So, when you are established in sattva guna, when you are established in Sattva Guna, what happens with the Evam Prasanna Manasa? This is the first chapter, first sloka in the purport we are reading. (7.1) in the purport. So automatically the knowledge of the absolute, what we are talking about this chapter, Bhagavad Tattva Vijnanam. So one becomes expert in the science of God. This is called Sambandha Gyan. Sambandha Gyan will automatically manifest, reveal in his heart. This will be revealed in your heart. This is a different mystical process. So even though you might be very, very illiterate, say unpad, even if you are an unpad, but if you chant Hare Krishna and hear about Krishna from the lips of a pure devotee, then what will happen to you? All this knowledge, a very, very profound knowledge about the Supreme Lord will manifest in your heart. It is very mystical and it is not easy to understand. First of all, it's not even able to understand we are Atma. Atma itself is very difficult to understand, and Paramatma is even more difficult to understand. But all the opulence, the greatness of the Paramatma, the Supreme Lord, will be manifest in your heart automatically. Mukta Sangasya Jayate. You will be automatically liberated. You'll be automatically liberated while living in this body. That means you'll understand you're not part of that video game anymore. You're separate. That knowledge will automatically come to you. This is like the magic, the most miraculous magic that people cannot
నేను
even
ఇవాళ అన్ని డబ్బాలు
imagine.
తెచ్చుకున్నాను పట్టుకెళ్ళడానికి ఖాళీ డబ్బా.
I don't know why today so many people. Okay. And then what happens? Vidyate hridaya granthi chidyate sarva samsayaha kshiyate chasya karmani drushta eva atmanishvare. So how a yogi is constantly looking at the Paramatma 24 hours, like that a bhakti yogi without any effort, all the knots of his heart, vidyate hridaya granthi, will be cut. And what happens? Drushta eva atmanishvare. Okay, fine. So all these process automatically happens when a devotee is simply hearing about Krishna. Am I muted also?
No, you're not muted. You're not muted.
Oh, okay, fine. Sorry, there was a disturbance, so I'm just...
Yeah, I was trying to unmute her
Yeah,
every
no
time.
problem. No problem. So here Krishna is explaining this knowledge is considered the highest of all knowledge. Mattaha parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvamidam protam sutre maniganaiva. So there is no truth higher than understanding about Krishna than anything else that you can learn in this world. Just like how pearls are, you take a garland of pearls. What you cannot see in the pearls garland? How they are kept together. The thread is keeping all of them together, right? But the thread is not visible. All you can see is the garland, beautiful garland, which is with pearls, made of pearls. Like that, how this world is held together is with Krishna's energies, but we cannot see it. Just like everybody can talk so many things, we can tell a theory, we can tell some theorem, we can tell some physics law, you might discover, like before Newton or somebody came, nobody knew there is something called as gravitational force, but gravity was working before also. You gave a name to it. Now you gave a name to it. Even if you didn't give a name to it, gravity was working before. So everything is held with certain energies of Krishna. The molecular force, even if you know it or you don't know it, it is already there. You are just finding it out now and you are giving it a name to it. That's all. You don't have to understand exactly how things are made. Just like I don't know how the internet is working, the mechanics behind the internet. I don't know if there is a satellite and so many things are happening and everybody is just doing a click and it is working. So we don't have to be an engineer, a communications engineer, satellite engineer to use internet. We all are using it. Just click, 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 and it's working, right? Like that, this world is working automatically, but everything is held by Krishna's energies. So, this Sambandha Gyan is what Krishna is going to give us more and more about himself in this world. Just like we were talking about uh, the screen, the cinema or whatever is being played, just like suppose we all know there is INOX. INOX movies are there. So many, how many INOX movies, theaters are there in this country? Some thousands, hundreds, whatever. And what happens in the INOX? We all know a movie is played. It's for 2 or 3 hours. Then there is a interval in the middle, and then it ends. But again, when the movie is over, again one more movie is played, right? So just like that, a scientist might understand there is this pralaya, there is everything is created, everything is dissolved, and then we call it evolution process. So say that whole thing is one movie. Now that movie is over, again another movie is played. So another movie is played. So like that, it is called a kala. One yuga, yugantara, like that. It's just like a movie is being played again and again. Now say you are talking to your friend, you say, you saw INOX movies? You say, oh, I like INOX movies, I saw. Then you tell, you know something? My dad only owns all the INOX theaters. How big? Wow. It's great, right? Such a person is your dad. Yes, Krishna says, I am the father of everything. That actually, whatever this movie is going on, all that movie, whatever, how many theater, how many screenings, whatever is happening, all that, I am the producer, I am the owner, I am everything. Krishna actually says that. Text 10. Bijam mam sarva bhutanam viddhi partha sanatanam buddhir buddhimatam asmi tejas tejasvinamaham. So Krishna says, I am the original seed of all existences, the intelligence of the intelligent, and the prowess of all powerful men. So if you are attracted to any part of this world, some people are attracted to nature, some people are attracted to intelligence, some people are attracted to something else. Whatever you are attracted to, know that you are actually attracted to Krishna. It's just that you cannot see the thread in the garland. Garland you are appreciating, but you cannot see the thread inside. So if you liked the garland, that means you already liked Krishna. So in fact, all of us, we are attracted to God in one way or other. It's just that our knowledge of God is not complete. It is not blossomed. So Krishna is giving hints. Know my opulence. Just like before, son becomes a major. He wants to come into the father's business. So father will actually give a training. He'll tell, okay, we have so many businesses. This is one business, that's another business, this is another business. He'll introduce, right? Like that, Krishna is introducing. All this is belonging to us, belonging to me, and you belong to me. You, Jiva, you also belong to me. I am your father. And this is all my opulence. Just like somebody says, Duke Energy is there, electric company. But Duke Energy itself belongs to Krishna. He is doing lighting and heating through sun department. Prabhasmi, Sashishurayaho. Here he talks about that. Text 9. Punyo Gandaha Prithvyam Cha Tejaschasmi Vibhavashu Jivanam Sarvabhuteshu Tapaschasmi Tapasvishu. So I am the original fragrance of earth. I am the heat in the fire. I am the life of all that lives, and I am the penances of all ascetics. So here basically Krishna is saying everything belongs to me. Whatever you see around you, everything belongs to me. But we cannot understand Krishna. Why? Because text number 13. You can see 13. Traibhir gunamayir bhaver yebihi sarvamidam jagat mohitam na vijanati mamebhya paramam vyayam. Deluded by the three modes of nature, which is goodness, passion, and ignorance, the whole world does not know me, who am above the modes and inexhaustible. Avyayam, inexhaustible, like we are all temporary, we perish. But Krishna doesn't perish, and he is outside this creation. And that is why we cannot understand him, and we are also covered by the three modes of material nature. Just like you're wearing glasses, VR glasses. When you wear VR glass, what happens? That takes you inside the game. So like that, our glasses are made with three colors: Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. These three colors. We are constantly wearing this glass of Sattva-guna, Tamoguna, Rajoguna, which is making us believe that we are this body, we are part of this nature. And sometimes that's why people are attracted to Sattva-guna. Sattva-guna means, which is nature and cleanliness and all that. Some people, you see in Brooklyn, so many places in Manhattan, completely filthy it is. So filthy, you can't even bear the smell of it or anything. But people are happy. They live there in Manhattan. There are places like that. They are used to that tamoguna. And some people, you see morning, early morning, 8 o'clock, every day morning, 8 o'clock, you see Manhattan Penn Station, full of highest peak of Rajoguna. Everybody is working like rats. All the rats come out of the tunnel. Like that, from the Penn Station tunnel, everybody, all are wearing same black coats. It's very cold. They wear the same gloves, black, caps are black, everything is black. If you see from aerial photograph, all the rats are coming out of the tunnel. Like that only it looks like. And they're all so busy working hard. Passion, highest level of passion. So people are attracted to that. So they're used to that, and they cannot think life can be without that. So these three modes are constantly mixing. Sometimes Sattva-guna is high, sometimes Rajoguna is high, sometimes Tamoguna is high, like that within our life also. The daytime also. And that is why Brahma Muhurta time, Sattva-guna is very high. So you have to take use of that to become transcendental, to understand these topics about Krishna, because it's not easy. Krishna is saying, I cannot be understood. Param avyayam. You cannot understand me. And text number 14. Dhaiviyesha gunamayi mama maya dhuratyaya mamevaye prapadyante mayametam tarantite. Actually, nobody can understand Krishna. That's what Krishna is saying. Why? Because this illusion, this VR game that I created is so powerful that nobody can understand, cut this illusion and understand me. Dhaiviyesha gunamayi mama maya. Whose maya this is? It's my creation only. Mama maya duratyaya. You cannot cross it. Why? Because it is Dhaiviyesha. I am the Lord. I created it. You cannot. But there is one way you can. And what is that way? Next two lines. Maam evaye prapadyante mayametam tarantite. But those who surrender unto me, for them I make it very easy to cross it. We spoke a few classes before how Lord Venkateshwara, he was showing his hand, right? Knee deep. You surrender unto me. I make this whole world illusion knee deep, so you can easily cross it. So that is what Krishna is saying. He is only Krishna. But if it is so easy, then why everybody is not surrendering to Krishna? Text 15, he is telling immediately. Why? Who cannot do? Namam dushkritino mooda prapadyante naradamaha mayapahruta gnana asurim bhavam ashritaha. There are 4 types of people who will never come to me, will never surrender to me. Who are those 4 people? Dushkritina, Moodha, Naradhama, Mayapahruta Gnana. These are the 4 types of people. So let's see. Dushkritina means all sinful activities. Dushkrita, dushkarma. They're doing bad work. Sinful, prohibited work they are doing. They cannot understand. Moodha means he's a fool. Naradhama, lowest of mankind. Maya Paruta Gnana. He's very intelligent, seems like, but his knowledge has been stolen by Maya. And all these 4 types of people, what are they? Asurim Bhavam Ashritaha. What is the Bhava? What type of Bhava they have? Asurim Bhavam means demoniac quality. What is demoniac quality? Once we discussed about the scale of faith. Scale of faith, you see, at the 0 level, all the asuras are staying in the faith level. What does that mean? They want to declare that I am God. I want to enjoy. That's what Ravanasura tried to do, right? Even Sita is there. Why should Sita be with Ramachandra? Sita should be with me. I want to enjoy Sita. This is Asuri Bhavam. I'm envious of Krishna. Why Krishna? Why God has to be the center? I want to be the center. I should enjoy. This is Asurim Bhavam. They are all these type of people. What is common in them? Asurim Bhavam Ashritaha. They have taken shelter of that type of mentality. That I should enjoy, not for God. Even if God comes, I will pray to God also, no problem. If any Devata appears, I want to enjoy the Devata also. Whatever he has, I will use it also. So these asuras, they don't mind praying. You see, they also pray to Brahma, they pray to Shiva. You might think, oh, they are praying, right? Then they should be good people. No, they're using them also to get whatever they can give. Give me. Just like some children who are very impudent, they want everything from parents. Give me. Why parents should have? I only want everything. It's Asurik Bhavam. It's very bad. Everything, they're selfish. They think the whole world around is only for their enjoyment. That is their mentality. When they have this mentality, and these 4 type of people will never come to me. Krishna is telling directly. And there are 4 types of people who will come to me. The next sloka, 16. Chaturvida bhajante mam jana sukritino arjuna arto jignasurartati jnani cha bharatarashava. There are 4 types of people who will come to me. Who are they? Jana sukritino arjuna arto jignasur artati jnani. 4 types. And what is common for all 4 of them? Sukritino Arjuna. They all 4 are very pious background they have. That is why they can come to me. And for Asuras, what is their common background? Asurim Bhavam Ashritaha. That is their background. So these people, now Artho means very, very distressed. He is very troubled in life. So many problems he has. But he has a pious background. Only then he will come to Krishna. He'll pray to Krishna, please make me, solve this problem for me, please. Like that, he's asking. Then Arthati means he's very desirous. He wants to make money. Artha means money. Artho Arthati. Then Jignasu. Jignasu means he's very inquisitive. How this world is working. He wants to know. From soil, you can take out rice. And from rice, you can take out protein. You can take out blood. How is it possible? It's not possible. We cannot even imagine. You go take rice, go to the laboratory and try to pull out blood from rice. Can you do that? You cannot. But the same rice you put inside your mouth, what happened? That same rice became blood, it became protein, it became nutrition for you. What kind of scientist it is? Imagine. From the same soil, it became so many things. It's magical. So that kind of a father he is, he's inquisitive, but he's non-envious. So he's immediately giving credit to God, immediately giving credit to Krishna. Wow, Krishna, you're so great. How can you compress? Imagine you compress a big, huge banyan tree into a small seed. Is it possible? But for Krishna, it is possible. He can compress it, and not just one. In one fruit, he can put 1,000, 10,000, 1,000,000 banyan trees he can put in one fruit. That is great. So he's inquisitive. He's also pious. So immediately he understands, oh, this is how God is working. He's not envious. He's not envious of God. He's not thinking, now I'll compete with God. He wants to become devotee of God. He wants to surrender to God. And there is another person who's called a Jnani. A Jnani means he's already understood. This is nothing for Krishna. Actually, there is a very beautiful pastime. Once Narad Muni was going through and he met one Brahman. And the Brahmana asked, I want to understand, now you're going to meet Vishnu. You ask him, how many more lifetimes I have to take before I get moksha? He says, okay, sure, no problem. When I go, I'll ask him. So he was just going little further ahead. There was another cobbler. And cobbler, simple man, is just mending shoes and all that. So he also is asked the same question to Narada. So no problem. So Narada takes this question to Mahavishnu and he'll ask, like this, two people ask me, when is their journey going to finish and when will they get moksha? They'll come to Vaikuntha. Then you see, next time when you meet, you tell them, cobbler, this is the last life. Next, immediately is coming back to me. But for Brahmana, I think he'll have to wait another few thousands of years, lifetimes. So what? The Brahmana is so great. Why is it taking that much time and cobbler is taking so little time? I'm confused, Narada says. Okay. Then you tell like this, next time you meet, you tell what is Vishnu doing, you tell he's busy trying to pass an elephant through a needle hole. Needle has a hole. You can't even pass a thread when you try to put. But next time when you meet, you tell them Vishnu is trying to pass an elephant through a needle hole. He's busy doing that work. You tell like that. So he meets this Brahmana and he tells the answer, whatever Vishnu told, he tells, I'm sorry that Vishnu told like this, that you will have to take another 1,000 lifetimes before you go back to Vaikuntha. Why is that? Anyway, I don't know the details, but Vishnu told this that he's busy, that he's trying to pass elephant through the needle hole. Then the Brahmana laughs. Please give me a break. Elephant cannot go through the needle hole. That's not possible. So he doesn't argue anything and he just comes back and he tells the same thing to the cobbler. The cobbler, when he heard this, then he starts praising the Lord. He said, my God, the Lord can do miraculous things. I mean, if he can put the entire banyan tree into a small seed, what is the elephant for him to pass through a needle hole? That's nothing for him. Like that, he praises Vishnu so much, then immediately Narada understands why Krishna said that. Why the cobbler is already come to this conclusion. So, to come to this conclusion that Krishna is a supreme personality of Godhead and there is nothing beyond Mattaha Paratarananyat Kinchidasti Dhananjaya. There is no superior truth than Krishna. To come to this understanding is not ordinary. It is not ordinary. You'll see why. The next sloka. Now, out of these 4 categories of people, actually, the 3 categories of people, meaning one whose distress is gone, or one whose money he prayed for money when he gets it, or when the inquisitiveness is gone, then these people might go away. They won't stay with Krishna because their distress is over, they're gone. They got the money, whatever they asked, they got. Again, but for a jnani, despite whatever happens, he is still with Krishna. He's still surrendered to Krishna. So he says, of the best of the 4, the best is a person who is in jnana. That's why Krishna is saying, of these, the one who is in full knowledge, who is always engaged in devotional service, is the best. For I am very dear to him and he is very dear to me. So no matter what, the devotee in jnana, full knowledge of Krishna, he is always serving Krishna. Of course, Krishna is saying, next sloka, all these people are great because they came to me. They're all magnanimous and they're great. But, see, all these devotees are undoubtedly magnanimous souls. But he who is situated in knowledge of me, I consider to be just like my own self. Being engaged in my devotional service, he is sure to attain me, the highest and most perfect knowledge. So, this jnana we are talking about, what we are referring to, is not sentimental knowledge about Krishna. This knowledge has to be realized knowledge. This has to be revealed within a devotee's heart. And such type of a person, such type of a devotee is very dear to Krishna because he is always constantly engaged in devotional service and connected with Krishna. And such a person is very dear to Krishna. Now, the next sloka. Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan mam prapadyate vasudeva sarvamiti sa mahatma sudurlabha. So to come to this conclusion, bahunam janmanamante, it takes many janma to come to that conclusion. What is that? Jnanavan mam prapadyate, with complete knowledge. He has to be all the Vedas, maybe Shiva is supreme, maybe Brahma is supreme, maybe this is supreme, maybe Maya is supreme, maybe something is supreme. I don't know if Krishna is supreme or not. Krishna is, just like a cowherd boy. People might think like that. But when your jnana is complete, what you will come to one conclusion? Then he'll come to one conclusion. What is that? Vasudeva Sarvamiti. Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha, to give this graduation certificate. When will you get this graduation certificate? You have to come to this conclusion. Vasudeva Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. Now you got a certificate. Okay, now you are called a Mahatma. Now Mahatma is not a rubber stamp. Somebody is doing some social work. Oh, let's call him Mahatma Gandhi. No, he's not Mahatma Gandhi. He's not come to this conclusion. Vasudeva Sarvamiti. He has not understood. What happens when you come to that conclusion? You will be always engaged in serving Krishna, glorifying Krishna. Satatam kirtayanto mam. Always satatam kirtayanto mam. Because there's nothing else. You are like infatuated with Krishna prema inside your heart. Such a Mahatma, he has no other business other than glorifying the Supreme Lord. Whatever you see, it's all Krishna. He glorifies. That's all his activities. He is a Mahatma. He graduated completely with all honors. So that person with all honors is very, very dear to Krishna. So that person we are talking to is the pure devotee of Krishna. And that is what the relationship or sambandha jnana means, that this bhakti yoga is actually making you come to that level of bhakti yoga. But next sloka you see, 20th. Those whose intelligence has been stolen away by material desires, what do? They don't come to Krishna. They surrender unto demigods, devatas, and follow a particular rules and regulations of worship according to their own nature. Why? Kame stays there, hruta gnana. Jnana is stolen by kama. Because they want to achieve this, I want this, I want that. Then because of that obsession, what they are doing, they are taking shelter of other devatas. Because they want quickly those results. So they will not surrender unto Krishna. They will not. They want that immediate benefit. So Krishna is saying here. Now 21. This is where most people are confused with this 21 sloka. Yo yo yam yam thanum bhakta shraddhayarchitum ichchati tasya tasyachalam shraddha tam eva vidadhami aham. So as soon as you go to a particular devata, that faith in the devata is established or sanctioned by the Supreme Lord in your heart. So people think that it's okay, you can worship anybody, it's all the same. Yato mat tato pat. That's what Krishna is saying. Yo yo yam yam tanum bhakta. Or you like somebody, you worship devata, devi, you worship, you like Shiva, you worship, no problem. And that faith also Krishna is only giving. If you like some fakir, you worship that guy, you think he's great, worship him. You think, Jeff Bezos is great, you worship him, you'll get faith in that also. You think some science is great, worship that, that is great, you'll get faith in that also. Well, who is giving that faith to you? Krishna only is establishing that faith to you. Why? Because you are so mad after, I want it, I want it, I want it. You're throwing a tantrum. Krishna, okay, take. You want that tantrum? Take it. So recently somebody asked, where is it written? I want to know where is that Krishna is giving all these things. Tantrum, you throw it. Krishna is giving. Krishna is giving here. Whatever you want to desire in this world, you can desire. And Krishna made arrangement also for that. That's why he made 33 million demigods there. Each one will give you one thing. You want that, you get it. It's just like in your video game, you want to collect those things, those whatever small gadgets, 1 star, 5 star, 10 star, so many things are there. And you are attracted to that. You want to collect, keep on collecting. Collect it, no problem. But that is a game. Try to understand. And that game, you can win, you can lose. And Krishna is not there personally. He put all the algorithms, logic, everything inside that game. As long as you keep pulling that, you keep getting it. But there are some things, there's so many things you can manipulate in the game. And you might think I am in control of that game. But there are some things you cannot change. Especially 2 things. There is a time, the time, present time, you cannot change that time. No matter how many things in the game you can change, you cannot change the time. That's Kala. And another thing you cannot change is the screen. Suppose your screen is only whatever screen size you bought, that is your screen limit, that is your resources, that limit. You cannot go beyond that screen time, that length, that pixel, whatever you bought that gadget, that's all. So space and time is fixed. Even though everything is illusion, including time and space is also illusion, part of this world. But within your game, there are certain things that you can play in the game. You feel you are under control, but it's just a program which has been written like that. So here Krishna is also set up the system how you can achieve these material benefits by approaching the devatas and getting those benefits and downloading those coins. See, 22 sloka. Endowed with such a faith, he endeavors to worship a particular demigod and obtains his desires, but in actuality, these benefits are bestowed by me alone. Even though he might give them to you, but he doesn't have it. He is only giving through Krishna. Krishna has to give him, and that Devata has to give it to you. Just like you buy Duke Energy. Duke Energy is just one organization, but they don't own the electricity. They're just like agent, just like a distributor. He's a distributor. He's just giving electricity to you. But electricity itself does not belong to him. Like that, devatas are giving these gifts to you, but they don't even have it. The next sloka. Who are these people who worship the devatas? Men of small intelligence. Antavantu phalam tesham tad bhavati alpamedashaha. They are very low in intelligence. Devan deva yajo yanti mad bhakta yanti mamapi. Why it is antavantu phalam tesham? Just like children cannot understand the game on the seashore when they make a castle with the sand. It is a temporary antavantu. One wave will come and take away the castle. They cannot understand why. Alpamedasaha. Children, very low intelligence. They don't know, but they are going to finish that game. It will be ending. Everything, whatever they built will end. The parents know. So they are very patient. Okay, you want to play, play. No problem. They're very patient. But the unintelligent child does not know. The same way, Krishna is also patiently waiting. No problem. You want to play, play. That game you want to play, play. Devatas will give you, that will come and that will go. Okay, again you try. So immediately Krishna is saying, but if you do that, try to know that you will, at the time of death, if you are very great devotee of some devata, the maximum you can get benefit is you will go up to the Devaloka. That's all. Devaloka is also within this material world. But if you are my bhakta, you will come to me. So Krishna is telling here. There are just few more slokas. I think I can finish it. It's only up to 30. It's okay?
Yeah, we can finish it, I think.
Okay. So the next sloka, Krishna is telling, Avyaktam vyaktimapannam manyate mama buddhaya param bhavam ajananto mama vyayam anuttamam. So this is a very powerful sloka. In fact, all the entire 30 slokas one should actually by heart. And this one particular one is called, there is a lot of philosophy called Mayavadam. Mayavada means everybody, they think if there is a form, it is illusion. Anything which has form is illusion. Actually, it's not wrong. Why? Because let's go back to the same example of computer and graphics. In the computer world, if you see the computer, what does it have? It only has pixel. But I will draw a beautiful red apple. What I really drew is only color of red color in various gradation. That's all. You are calling it apple. But what is it really? It's color. So, because you are low intelligent, you are looking at it as an apple, but I am very intelligent, I can look at it as color, pixel. So Mayavada is like that. They are thinking if you assign a form to this world, all forms are Maya, because this form is made of Panchabhuta. It's just assembly of matter, fire, air, ether, all that put it together in one combination. You look like it is a form, but nothing is a form. It's all energy. It's all matter, right? They're correct. But to think even Krishna does not have a form, they are mistaken. So Krishna is clarifying. What these people think, avyaktim vyaktimapannam manyate mam abuddhaya. Abuddhaya means unintelligent people. What do they think? I avyaktim vyaktimapannam. From unmanifested energy, I take a form. That's what they think. But no, that is not the truth. They do not know my higher nature. Why? Because they do not know that Krishna can have a form which is not limitless. Form means there is a boundary, there is a limit. But they do not know there can be a form which is limitless. They do not know that. So when Krishna showed his mouth, what happened? Mother saw. What did mother see? Entire universe, Brahmandas. But mouth, how big is a mouth? And that too a baby's mouth. Is not even 3 years old. It's a toddler, basically. Small toddler who's crawling and eating matti. That's all it is. How small mouth it is. How can you fit the entire Brahmanda? Even James Webb cannot capture that picture of the universe. But in that small mouth, everything is there. And Mother Yashoda tried to tie his belly with his stomach with a rope. That's why we call him Damodara. Dama, Udara. Dama means rope. Udara means stomach. That rope was trying to tie the unlimited cosmic world. How is it possible? So he did a leela. When mother was trying to tie him, every time the rope was coming short. Then she brought more rope. Again it was short. Then brought more rope. Again it is short. So you cannot tie the Lord with a rope. You cannot do that. And form, they are thinking this form is limit. There is a limit. No, there is no limit to this form. Ultimately, she could tie him. How? With her love. Because she actually gave up. She said, Krishna, I cannot tie you. I don't know, you're so mysterious. I cannot tie you. And she started crying. So seeing mother's tears, Krishna melted. Said, no, Maya, you are so nice. You wanted to punish me, no problem. Tie me. I will become a good boy. I will not do masti. So then she ties. So immediately Yogamaya comes and makes her forget that Krishna is God. But she has unlimited affection for Krishna. So that is very, very mysterious. Again, that is getting into Krishna Leela. But then Krishna is saying here, let's read this. Unintelligent men who do not know me perfectly think that I, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, was impersonal before and have now assumed this personality. Due to their small knowledge, they do not know my higher nature, which is imperishable and supreme. Text 25. Naham prakasha sarvasya yogamaya samavrita mudoyam nabijanati lokomam ajamavyayam. I never manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. For them, I am covered by my internal potency, and therefore they do not know that I am unborn and infallible. Ajam. Ajam means I am never born. Avyayam means I am never fallible. I am infallible. So, Krishna is saying, Naham Prakasha Sarvasya. There are so many people in the entire battlefield of Kurukshetra. Everybody should be able to see Vishwarupa. They could not. Only very few people saw it. Arjuna saw it, Vyasadeva saw it, Sanjaya saw it. The Devatas are all waiting for Vishwarupa. They never saw it before also. They also got a chance to see it. But he did not reveal to everybody. He did not reveal his Vishwarupa to everybody. And Vishwarupa is not the greatest of all the forms. You will see that in the 10th chapter. I'll not go there right now. It's like a spoiler. So, so the next sloka. You see? O sign of Bharata, O conqueror of the foe, all living entities are born into delusion, bewildered by dualities arisen from desire and hate. Desire and hate means like and dislike. It's the quality of the mind, which I keep telling, like a switch. Mind works like a switch. So desire, ichcha, dvesha. So always mind is like fluctuating between like, I like this, I don't like this. I like this, I don't like this. When you are in this mode, what you should know, you are on a mental platform. So mind, manoratena kata, manorata means like mind is like taking you on a ride. Manorata. Every time mind is continuously telling, either ये restaurant में जाएंगे, ये नहीं जाएंगे, इधर जाएंगे, उधर नहीं जाएंगे. I like this, I don't like this. It is going, taking us on a ride. Not in this life only. So many lives it has done already. Next life also, next life also, next life also. Mind is only this work. I like this, I don't like this. I like this, I don't like this. So on this one part only, it is putting us in delusion. We are deluded by this ichcha dvesha. So Krishna is talking about what is stopping us from understanding Krishna. This rascal mind. Ichcha dvesha samuttena dvandamohena bharata. Duality. Dvandamoha means duality. One time it is cold, immediately when there is cold, what is on the other side of the coin? Heat. So anything in this world that you experience, there are two sides of the same coin. You like means at the back there is something, back of the coin. Dislike. So everything in this world is dvandam, duality. If somebody is thinking I'm successful, what is just waiting behind that? Failure. So nobody can be successful continuously. Nobody can be prosperous continuously. Nobody can be healthy continuously. Nobody can be having anything continuously, permanently in this world. What is one thing only is permanent in this world? You know what that is? Temporary. To the nature of temporary nature is permanent in this world. Got it? To be temporary is permanent in this world. So that is the nature, and that is the root cause of delusion in this world. So Krishna is telling the next sloka, Yesham to antagatam papam jananam punyakarmana te dvanda moha nirmukta bhajante mam dridhavrataha. Now sometimes we see, we all get enthusiasm. Yeah, I heard this class, I want to be Krishna conscious, I want to become a devotee of Krishna. Immediately it will fade away. That desire will fade away. Why? It happened to any one of you? It happens all the time, right? For all of us, it happens all the time. Why? Because we are not freed from dvanda moha. We are not freed from that. So unless you are free from dvanda moha, means this, I like, dislike, dvanda moha. Unless you, how can you be free from that? Yesham tva antagatam papam. Unless all the sinful reactions are eradicated, this will, like a taranga, like a, like a wave, enthusiasm will come up and it will come down. One day I want to do, one day I don't want to do. So why it is happening? Because our Antagatam papam has not happened. It's not erased. All the sinful reactions, qualities inside our heart is not erased. So unless that happens, you cannot become Drudhavrata. Drudhavrata means fixed in your determination to serve Krishna. That Drudhavrata will not happen. You might have some faith, but that faith will flicker. So Krishna is introducing a new concept. The chapter is getting over, is introducing a concept, how to become Drudhavrata, how to become very, very fixed in your consciousness, in your surrender to Krishna. Is just introducing here. So next sloka. Intelligent persons who are endeavoring for liberation from old age and death take refuge in me in devotional service. They are actually Brahman because they entirely know everything about transcendental activities. Jara marana mokshaya mam ashritya. They take shelter of me. Why? Because they are actually liberated. They have understood this is the goal of life. Like I was telling in the last class, the Vedic culture is situated, or rather formatted in such a way, it encourages the entire population to work towards moksha. How you should leave your body, how you should prepare for death. It is preparing everybody. The entire culture is suited, geared up towards this understanding. And that is why those who are fixed up in this determination, in this way of working, that is their main project. What is their project? To gain liberation, stop this cycle of birth and death. They are correctly situated according to Krishna. And then Krishna is concluding, those in full consciousness of me, who know me, the Supreme Lord, to be the governing principle of material manifestation, of the demigods, and of all the methods of sacrifice, can understand and know me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, even at the time of death. See? Sadi bhutadi daivanam, sadi yajnanam, cha viduhu, cha ye viduhu, prayana kale api chamam te vidur yukta chetasa. Prayana, prayana means journey, right? Prayana kalena means, so Krishna is not saying death. So death is talking as prayana kalena. Prayana means you're doing a journey. So death is a journey. People, oh, somebody died, you cry. No, you don't cry. It is a journey. You're going from one station to another station. That's all. Why are you crying? It's a transit. You know that he is not finished. It's a journey. Death is a prayana kalena. Krishna is using the word prayana. Prayanam. Your journey is going on. That's all. So death means nothing happened. He's just going. He's continuing his journey. That's all. Why are you crying? He's coming to me. If you are completely conscious of me, that everything, this material world is working under Krishna's governing principle. Devatas are working under Krishna's governing principle. All the yajnas are governed under Krishna's principle. A person who knows all these things, at the time of death, even at the time of death, he'll understand Krishna. So this is the first phase of Bhakti Yoga he introduced. So any questions I can take? One or two questions maybe.
People have sentimentally, they, understand Krishna. They have not understood with knowledge. So I want you to tell how they can come, what happens. So they
Like I
know
said,
only they know,
superficially.
Huh?
Superficially, like sentiment, because we
Yeah.
are born in India. Krishna and Rama is our God. So that's why we worship God. God is great. Such type of very superficial understanding. Yeah. So that's okay, fine. Just like I said, to be a bhakti yogi is like graduation. It's like entering into Ivy college. You don't have the qualification. But at the same time, even if you don't have the qualification, simply by participating in bhakti yoga, all the other zip files are downloaded in you. You will come to that jnana. You should not remain on the sentimental platform for a long time. You have to take association, you have to start learning, you have to read the scripture under the direction of a pure devotee. That is the caveat. Don't, without the help of a pure devotee, bhakti will not blossom.
Also, it can be possible that the person who has such sentimental ideas, he has genuine desire to love Krishna. So maybe Krishna from Paramatma in the heart will give that person a chance to hear from someone and understand Krishna,
That is
get
a
connected
possibility.
somehow.
Sure, they fall under the 4 categories of people who come to Krishna. Chaturvida bhajante mam, they fall under that category. Because they are pious people, they come. If they are jignasu, they come under the word category of jignasu.
Okay.
So they have to fall under these 4 categories.
Okay.
That is why Krishna says Bhagavad Gita is not meant for everybody. It is only meant to be shared within only these people. But of course, a pure devotee, he goes the extra mile. Even though Krishna says, don't share this knowledge with anybody, the pure devotee is thinking how I can even deliver the rascals, fools, and miscreants also. That is their level. We cannot even imagine. But at least we can talk to nice, pious souls who are interested in understanding Bhagavad Gita. We are not so great to talk to some fools and rascals and try to convince them. Unless you are so great, your conviction and understanding is so great, even to convince them with your love of Krishna, which touches them and inspires them, that is another level. Yeah.
Thank you. Anybody else has any other question or any point to share? I think since nobody is saying, I would like to just sum up this entire chapter. What we went through, we've never gone through all the slokas in one class. So what I could see the thread in this chapter is that Krishna is telling about himself.
Yes.
When you know about someone, then you start liking that person. Then you want to, associate with that person. Then you want to know more about that person. So like that, I think in this chapter, Krishna, when he's telling to Arjuna, he's introducing this bhakti that, what I am. Understand me, then only you can like me or love me. How can you love me? So he's giving in all these ways what he is.
His
Because we
opulence.
might, these are actually not even the other opulence. This is the soft opulences actually.
Yeah.
Soft way, how he's opulent actually. So
Yeah.
I feel this is a beautiful chapter to tell us,
Yeah.
about him.
Actually, if we meditate on all the 30 slokas, all the greatness of Krishna,
Yeah.
Krishna is saying, I am the taste of water.
Rasopi.
Rasoham apsu kaunteya.
Yeah.
Water taste is so great. You will appreciate only when you are thirsty. Then you will know what is the taste of water.
For this, I remembered one person, Prabhupada told him that you stop drinking wine. And, he was not able to, because Prabhupada's 4 regulative principles. And he heard it. What was that story?
Yeah,
You can
Prabhupada
actually
told him.
share. Yeah, tell the
He
story.
said that one person came to Prabhupada and he told, I'm an alcoholic. I don't know how to give up, stop drinking. I don't know. You tell me to stop drinking, but I cannot stop. Every day I have to drink alcohol. Then Prabhupada said, oh, what is there? Inside water, inside your alcohol, there is water. And Krishna says, I am the taste of water. Every sip you take, you just meditate on that one sloka and think you're tasting Krishna. So that person took that instruction seriously. And in 4 days, he comes back to Prabhupada and he says, I cannot drink alcohol anymore because I just meditated on what you said. Every sip, there is Krishna and Krishna and Krishna. I'm tasting Krishna. And I just gave up. So a pure devotee, he knows how to handle every situation. He's genuinely, he's not theoretically telling anything. When he's telling, actually, he can see that Krishna can do all these miracles. Like I was telling you, downloading the software. So automatically Jnana and Vairagya will come to a person if you touch Krishna. So Krishna's words are touched by that person through the lips of a pure devotee because he is non-envious. Prabhupada is non-envious and he is a Goswami. He is free from all the material desires. Such a person, if you, he is basically serving the pure devotee's instruction. So he got that benefit.
Yes, yes. So it's very nice. People think, no, what is the miracle? So Prabhupada did so many miracles and, they are unknown to people. So this is actually a miracle. A
It will
person
take
is
time for
very,
people to understand this miracle.
yeah,
Even for us,
yeah.
even for us, the miracle is working, but we have to appreciate the miracle.
Yes, yes, very true, very true. So I think since nobody has any questions to ask, we'll stop the class here. I'll stop the live first. Thank you everyone who is on YouTube.